What's going on, fam? If you've been following, I guess back in June or July, the FTC came out with a ruling that affected named specifically Harley Davidson. But I didn't want to do what every other motovlogger did, which was read a couple of articles and then regurgitate it all to you. I actually waited for Harley to send this out because I knew they were going to send it out. This is a warranty consumer notice, and then they send out a warranty addendum. So what I want to do is I want to take these documents. So I'm going to go over to Peterson's Harley Davidson so we can find out exactly what all this means. We're going to talk to Mark. Hopefully Stu's there. We can talk to him as well. And they can tell us exactly what this means for both you as a consumer and myself as a consumer, and for them as the Harley Davidson Service Department. Let's go. So today I'm going to look at the FTC ruling against Harley Davidson and Westinghouse. I don't want to do what every other YouTuber did about a month ago, 2 months ago or so, and that's to like read a couple of articles that came out and then just regurgitate that information. So what I was waiting for was this right here, warranty addendum from Harley Davidson themselves. Now in here is all the information. I will put a digital copy or a link to it in the description. We're gonna go straight to Peterson's Harley Davidson. I want to talk to Mark. He is one of the service technicians, one of the service managers there, and I want to get from him exactly what this means. All right, before we head out and head over there, let's just look at the facts here. This is what was put out by the FEC. This is what the FEC itself put out. Again, the link is in the description if you want to read it yourself. The Federal Trade Commission is taking action against motorcycle manufacturer Harley Davidson Motor Company Group, LLC, and Westinghouse outdoor generator maker MWE Investments, LLC, for illegally restricting customers' right to repair their purchased products. The Federal Trade Commission's complaint charged that the company's warranties included terms that conveyed that the warranty is void if customers use independent dealers for repairs. The FTC is ordering Harley Davidson and Westinghouse to fix warranties by removing illegal terms and recognizing the right to repair, come clean with customers, and ensure that dealers compete fairly with independent third parties. So that's directly from the FTC. But anyway, let's go find out what all of this means. Now, before I get going, please do me a favor, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button. If you have had any warranty issues or if you're already aware of all of this, put a comment down below. Let us know what you've gone through, what your dealers have told you, so we can all start a little bit of a conversation here. Thank you very much. Let's go. Hey guys, so Trigger and I are heading over. One thing I found interesting right here in this letter that Harley sent out, the consumer notice, it says, so Harley settled. They're doing the settlement, but listen to this. The FTC alleges the Harley Davidson motorcycle warranty violated federal law when it indicated that you and your other Harley Davidson owners have to use genuine Harley Davidson parts and authorized service providers to keep your warranty coverage. That was already proven by everybody. Well, Harley, even though they settled, they're not admitting fault. Notice they're saying the FTC alleges. So we're gonna settle, but we didn't do this. That doesn't make much sense to me. Anyway, let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Alright guys, Trigger and I are here. He's just lazy. Alright, so what we're doing is we want to find out essentially 4 things. 1, what exactly these changes are. 2, what you can and cannot do. What you can and still can't do. 3, how does it affect you? 4, how does it affect Harley dealers? So let's go talk to Mark. Maybe I want to see if we can get Peggy or Eddie on here too. So let's go. Alright guys, I'm over here with Mark. He's a Harley certified mechanic extraordinaire, master of all things. Alright Mark, so I wanted to ask you 4 things about all this warranty stuff that's going on. I don't want to be like every other YouTuber that just reads a couple articles and regurgitates everything, so I'm coming straight to you. So, first question is, what happened? What exactly went on here?
That's all comes down to supply and demand.
Okay.
So we're at this current situation with back orders.
Okay.
So the factory is allowing us, after some mitigation, to use, we're going to do apples to apple type situation.
Sure.
As far as aftermarket components. So, you know, it'll be a Granny Smith and a Washington apple, basically.
Right. Okay. So what can people still do to their Harleys on their own or with third-party shops, and what do they still have to come to Harley for?
Well, yeah, warranty issues, obviously.
Okay.
You still want to come here. As far a lot of people are asking about the aftermarket performance stuff. It won't come into play here because it still has to meet EPA.
Right. Okay. So that's one thing that says specifically on here. The tuners still have to meet EPA standards. So
Correct.
you can get an aftermarket tuner like the Van Heinz fuel pack, but it has to be EPA
And
certified.
well, here's the situation with that, because as soon as with today's electronics, even if you lose your security fob, we have to plug in with digital technician. As soon as we do that, it sees everything in the motorcycle. So if it's a non-Harley calibration, it's going to flag it.
Okay. So essentially what the FTC is saying here, and what Harley, I find it funny that they didn't admit fault in the letter. It says right here that the FTC alleges, but they still settled. So they're kind of admitting fault.
Right.
So still, if you take an aftermarket part, let's say just randomly a Roland Sands air cleaner,
Correct.
you get a third-party shop to install it. As proper as the installation may be, if something happens to the rest of the engine, the rest of the bike, that was caused by that air cleaner, will the warranty cover it?
No.
No, it won't. So you
But
still need to be...
But it's a big... You got to get it. You really need to dig into that to prove that too.
Right.
Right.
So yeah, that's another thing that it says,
Yes.
that if Harley, meaning you, if you're denying a warranty claim,
Right.
you have to walk the consumer as to
Right.
exactly why.
Why? We have to prove it.
Okay. If you don't prove it, then you still have to cover it?
Yeah, and we got to justify it to the factory too, so we're proving it to them.
Okay, cool. All right, so how does this whole thing affect you? Because I assume now you guys have more competition. So,
I think it's the same competition we've always had.
okay. So, I mean, because there are people, myself included, who bring our bikes here to make sure that our warranty, we don't want to mess up with the warranty.
Correct.
So we bring our bikes here. Now, I can take my bike to
Right.
Joe, motorcycle guy down the street, get it serviced, and it doesn't affect my bike.
Correct.
So at some point, you know.
So but if it goes back to meeting EPA,
Right.
it has to be calibrated for the vehicle, meaning electronics or exhaust, or back to my scenario, apples for apples, Washington apples to Granny Smith situation. It has to be compatible without changing the characteristics of the motor or the motorcycle itself.
Okay.
Driveline, electronics.
Right. Let me give you another scenario. I have my bike. I purchase a Two Brothers exhaust,
Okay.
which is something you guys sell here sometimes.
Right.
I install it myself. You bring it to you, get the bike service. It's perfectly installed. Would that Two Brothers exhaust or something happening because of that? Let's say the O2 sensor breaks.
Well,
Would that be covered?
without a proper tune, you're going to get codes.
Well, let's say I bring it to you for tuning.
Right. We don't have a problem with that, and I don't think any dealer in the country does. I mean,
Okay.
It's not really a gray area. I guess everybody refers to it as a gray area, but
Sure.
I mean, it's done properly. You have the proper calibration.
How was it before this happened? Like,
The biggest thing now is just doing the comparable parts for warranty claims. That's the biggest thing I feel has changed for the industry in that aspect.
okay, how so? How does that? How was it before? How is it now?
It was always Harley genuine product.
You
Always.
needed a Harley genuine product.
Correct. That's how you process your warranty claim. It had to be a Harley part number.
Okay.
So.
And now it can be any part, really. Okay, so
Here's the question, though, and I'm not too familiar. Maybe somebody else in the building is: do we need prior permission? Probably going to have to call it in first, which we do for a lot of claims, anyways.
Sure.
So chances are we can't get it. You don't have it in stock. Your ETA is 6 months out.
Okay.
Can we use this suitable product? That conversation may take place between a dealer and Harley Davidson Technical Services.
Okay, interesting. So you have to.
Because I have not seen that.
So to cover your ass.
Yeah.
Okay. To cover your ass, you're going to call Harley and ask, "Is all this cool?" Oh, that makes perfect sense.
Yeah.
All right. Cool. All right, Mark. Hey, thank you very much for joining
pleasure.
us, and let's keep finding out information about this stuff. All right, Nacho, what do you have to say?
Hey, you could edit that.
Yeah, I got it.
See what is it. I'm curious to see if he and I approach it the same way.
Sure.
I'm just serious.
Nacho, what do you think about all this stuff, warranty stuff?
The new comparison.
Oh man.
How does it affect the consumer? How does it affect you as a service technician? Oh, hi, Trigger. I forgot you were there.
Man, I feel like
smell like
I'm
chicken
on
wings.
the spot now. I feel like I'm on CNN.
You are not on the spot. Hey, we're busy here. Come here.
Hey, let it be known that she's screaming at me right now.
I have video proof.
I know, I smell like chicken wings.
Trigger takes all the attention around here when I bring him. All right, Nacho, now that I got you back, damn it.
Bro, don't.
Tell me about this stuff.
What do you want me to tell you?
I don't know. How does that affect you people?
Bro, I'm not part of Peterson's right now, alright, bro?
What are you part of? Because you do have that badge.
Stop it, dude.
Nacho is not affiliated with any parts having to do with Harley Davidson. What does it mean?
It makes it, you know, they can't avoid the warranty for physical parts, but when it comes to like the dynos and the tuning of it, you know, they can't just disregard EPA regulations. So
Right.
they're standing by the EPA regulatory side, but I mean, when it comes to the physical aspects of it, we can't tell you that.
Right.
You know, using aftermarket parts is going to avoid your warranty.
So you can go anywhere you want, but the safer thing is to dyno it or tune the bike. Still bring it here. That's the safe thing to do.
I would think the safest thing to do is just to bring it here. Period.
Well, of course you're gonna say that. So you want to gouge us? I'm just messing with you.
Big black spot came up in that picture.
Can you like blot out my face?
Nope.
God, dude, I have like 10 pounds to the camera.
Nothing's gonna happen. I can black out your face if you want. You want me to black out your face?
Mark, what did you say, Mark?
It's too Mexican though. It's gonna be obvious who you are.
I said it's pretty much what's been going on all this time, if you think about it. Now, now we have to honor, if we can't get a product, the comparable
Yeah,
for a warranty.
it is.
But if you think about it, it's still the same in the gray area.
Yeah.
And it's not even a gray area. As long as the product is proper,
Mm-hmm. It's properly installed.
properly installed, properly.
If proper fitment too, that's probably a big
Biggest
thing.
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
Because 99.9% of your exhaust don't meet EPA. Simple as that. But,
Really?
But, yeah, think about that.
Wow.
Flow rate, noise, decibel of the noise, that's part of EPA. They have standards for
they
that.
have a noise standard.
EPA has noise standards. I did not know that. Interesting. All right.
Yeah, now they're giving tickets out for if you have your sound system too loud.
Get out of here. Really? That's here in Miami?
Miami-Dade.
All right, I'm gonna look into that. But thank you, Nacho.
Don't make anything.
All right, guys, and I'm back. So I want to thank Mark and everybody at Peterson Harley Davidson. So essentially, there's not really that much that's changing. So you can still use aftermarket parts. You're allowed to use aftermarket parts and use your warranty. However, if they did not install those parts, any damage resulting from those parts to the rest of your engine, they don't cover. So if you put in an air cleaner or an exhaust and that damages something else in the engine, then you're not covered. That makes sense. That's pretty much how most warranties work. So, in essence, you can use third-party providers. You can now use parts and keep your warranty. That's the biggest thing. Now you can get your bike serviced anywhere. Not everybody used to, but a lot of dealers would claim that if you got your bike serviced somewhere else, then you lose your warranty coverage. Not true. That was never true, but now it's clarified. So, yeah, I think this gives consumers, according to what Mark said, this gives consumers more choice. It's called right to repair is what they call this whole thing. So now you can get your stuff repaired anywhere. However, your tunes still have to be EPA compliant. That's a big point in all of this. So let's go back to the consumer notice. It says right here, do I, as the consumer, have to use genuine Harley Davidson parts and services to maintain my warranty? No. You may elect to use, it's a bunch of legalese, but no is the answer. You don't have to use Harley Davidson parts. Does my Harley Davidson warranty cover the cost of repairing damages or defects caused by using another company's parts or by a service provider that is not affiliated with Harley Davidson? No. So, you can get all this stuff done somewhere else and using other parts, but you need to know if it does cause damage to the engine, that damage won't be covered by warranty. So, that's different now. But let's say you put on a Vance & Hines exhaust at Jimmy John's motorcycle shop, and then your headers stop working because something in the fuel lines that's got nothing to do with the exhaust. That's still covered under warranty. Before, they would have said, well, that voids all your warranty. That's not the case anymore. So, again, I'm going to post the links to the notice, the addendum, and the FTC press release on the description below. Please like the video. Please comment on this video if you've ever had any warranty issues that we can all learn from. Please post it down below. Please like the video and subscribe. Thank you very much.